buhay sa kahanginan.
Good day, my dear pupils. I am Teacher Maylani. I am here to guide you in answering the activities in Quarter 4, Last 1 in Mathematics 4. Get your last pen and answer sheet. Are you ready for our new lesson, kids? All right, let us now begin. Our lesson for today is about finding the area of irregular figures made up of squares and rectangles using square centimeter and square meter. After going through these activity sheets, you are expected to find the area of irregular figures made up of squares and rectangles using square centimeter and square meter. Draw irregular figures made up of squares and rectangles using the given dimension. Show appreciation of the things at home similar to irregular figures. An irregular figure is a figure that is not a standard geometric shape. It can be made up of squares and rectangles. Its area cannot be calculated using any of the standard area formulas. Examples of irregular figures made up of squares and rectangles. There are steps in finding the area of a irregular figure made up of squares and rectangles using square centimeter and square meter. First, divide or cut the figure into squares and rectangle. Second, find the area of each square or rectangle made. Third, add the areas of the squares and or rectangles made. Fourth, express the area in square centimeter or centimeter squared or square meter or meter squared. You can use the formula below. Area of figure equals area of figure 1 plus area of figure 2. Let us examine example number 1. Find the area of the irregular figure. To find the area of the figure, we will cut the figure into rectangle and square. Then, we find the area of the rectangle like this. Area of rectangle equals length times width equals 1.5 centimeter times 4.5 centimeter is equal to 6.75 centimeters squared. Then, we find the area of the square like this. Area of square equals s squared equals 1.5 centimeters squared equals 2.25 centimeters squared. Area of figure equals area of rectangle plus area of square equals 6.75 centimeters squared plus 2.25 centimeters squared. Area of figure is equals to 9 centimeters squared. Now, let's take example number 2. Find the area of the irregular figure below. The irregular figure was formed by two squares. Let us solve for the area of the first square. Area of square 1 equals s squared equals 4.5 meters squared is equals to 20.25 meters squared. Now, let's solve for the area of square 2. Area of square 2 equals s squared equals 2.5 meters squared is equals to 6.25 meters squared. Area of figure equals area of square 1 plus area of square 2 equals 20.25 meters squared plus 6.25 meters squared. Area of figure is equals to 26.50 meters squared. Did you get the lesson, kids? And now, let's do the activities found in your LAS. Turn your LAS to Activity 1, entitled Compute and Circle Me Correctly. Directions: find the area of irregular figures made up of squares and rectangles using square centimeter and square meter. Encircle the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. A. 3.125 meters squared. B. 7.50 meters squared. C. 6.25 meters squared. D. 5.25 meters squared. The correct answer is letter C. Number 2. A. 9 centimeters squared. B. 4.5 centimeters squared. C. 11.5 centimeters squared. D. 13.5 centimeters squared. The correct answer is letter D. Number 3. A. 5.285 meters squared. B. 9.34 meters squared. C. 6.75 meters squared. D. 6.57 meters squared. The correct answer is letter C. Number 4. A. 5.28 centimeters squared. B. 28.5 centimeters squared. C. 5.285 centimeters squared. D. 5.365 centimeters squared. The correct answer is letter D. Number 5. A. 21.6 meters squared. B. 14.8 meters squared. C. 26.6 meters squared. D. 20.6 meters squared. The correct answer is letter A. Did you get a perfect score, kids? Good job, kids! Let's move on to activity number 2, entitled Draw Me Correctly. Directions: draw irregular figures made up of squares and rectangles using the given dimensions and find its area. For this activity, your drawing can be shown as any of the following figures. Number 1. Figure 1, the length is 1.2 cm, the width 1.2 cm. Figure 2, the length is 2.4 cm and the width is 1.2 cm. And the area of figure is equals to 4.32 centimeters squared. Number 2. Figure 1, length equals 6 centimeter. The width is 3 cm. Figure 2, the length is 3 cm and the width is 3 cm. The area of figure is equals to 4.32 centimeters squared. Number 3. Figure 1, length is 6 centimeter. The width is 2 centimeter. Figure 2, length is 4 centimeter. Width is 2 centimeter. The area of figure is equals to 20 centimeters squared. Number 4. Figure 1, the length is 4.5 meter. The width is 1.5 meters. Figure 2, length is 1.5 meters and the width is 1.5 meters. The area of figure is equals to 9 meters squared. Number 5. Figure 1. The length is 2 meters. The width is 2 meters. Figure 2 length is 4 meters. The width is 4 meters. Area of figure is equals to 20 meters squared. Did you get a perfect score, kids? Excellent, kids! That only shows that you had mastered our lesson. Let us now proceed to activity 3 entitled Find Me and Value Me. Directions. Look for the things at your home that look like an irregular figure. What things have you found and what are their uses? These are some of the irregular figures found at home. The sofa gives us comfortable seating. The bed makes us sleep comfortably. The T-square and L-square are useful to the carpenters to give correct measurement. How can you show appreciation to those things? We can show appreciation of those things by valuing them and taking care of them. Excellent job, kids! You now mastered the lesson. Together, let us complete the paragraph on how to find the area of irregular figures made up of squares and rectangles using square centimeter and square meter. To find the area of irregular figures made up of squares and rectangles, we cut the figures into squares and rectangles. The area of each squares or rectangles, the areas of the squares and rectangles, and the area in square centimeter or centimeter squared or square meter or meter squared. We are finally done with today's lesson, which is all about finding the area of irregular figures made up of squares and rectangles using square centimeters and square meters. I hope you had a wonderful learning experience with me. Don't forget to answer the assessment in your last. This is Teacher Maylani, your mathematics teacher. Stay tuned for the next exciting lesson in mathematics. Bye!